The Chris Watts case is a haunting crime that shook the nation and left an indelible mark on the collective conscience. This crime report delves into the chilling details surrounding the case, exploring the timeline of events, the investigation, and the subsequent trial that unfolded. Chris Watts' action not only resulted in the loss of innocent lives, but also left a lasting impact on those who followed the case. Chris Watts, a seemingly ordinary family man, resided in Frederick, Colorado, with his wife, Shannon, and their two young daughters, Bella and Celeste. The family lived what appeared to be an idyllic life, with Chris working in the oil industry and Shannon running a successful multi-level marketing business. On the morning of August 13, 2018, Shannon Watts returned home from a business trip. However, she and her daughters were reported missing later that day by a concerned friend. The disappearance sparked a massive search operation that gripped the local community and captured national attention. Initially, Chris Watts maintained his innocence, pleading for his family's safe return in media interviews. However, as the investigation unfolded, cracks started to appear in his story. Authorities discovered he had been involved in an extramarital affair, which added a new layer of complexity to the case. Law enforcement officials searched the Watts' family home, uncovering disturbing evidence that painted a grim picture. Traces of blood and other forensic materials were found, suggesting foul play had occurred. Additionally, surveillance footage from a neighbor's security camera revealed that Chris Watts, loading his truck with suspicious items in the early morning hours of the day as his family went missing. During police interrogations, Chris Watts eventually confessed to killing Shannon. He claimed that he strangled her in a fit of rage after she allegedly smothered their daughters. However, further investigation revealed inconsistencies in his story, raising doubts about the truthfulness of his confession. Chris Watts was subsequently charged with the murders of his wife and two young daughters. In a shocking turn of events, he changed his story and pleaded guilty to all charges, avoiding the possibility of the death penalty. His motive for the crime remains a subject of speculation, with some pointing to his extramarital affair as a potential factor. During the trial, prosecutors presented a detailed account of the crimes, highlighting the premeditated nature of the murders. Evidence showed that Chris Watts had researched topics such as how to delete texts and marrying your mistress prior to the killings, suggesting a calculated plan. Ultimately, Chris Watts was convicted on multiple accounts, including first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The case served as a stark reminder of the dark capabilities hidden within seemingly ordinary individuals. The Chris Watts case sent shockwaves through the nation, prompting discussions about domestic violence, mental health, and the vulnerability of victims within seemingly happy households. It also shed light on the importance of early intervention and prevention of such heinous crimes. The Chris Watts case stands as a grim reminder of the capacity for evil with human beings. It serves as a cautionary tale, urging society to remain vigilant and attentive to signs of domestic strife and violence. The tragedy that unfolded in the Watts family home left a lasting impact on those involved in the investigation and the general public, reminding us all of the preciousness of life and the devastating consequences of its destruction.